Hey everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I am Bill. This is the freshly minted community mod Bonanza, and I have been flying the FET or FRET, I can't remember which one it is, mod for a long time, and it's been absolutely fantastic. Last night I guess we can say finally endorsed for high performance complex operation on a Bravo Echo 36 and a A36 Bonanza. This is a G36 fret. It is fret. Okay. So obviously we're going to debrief the flight. We're going to take a look at some of the real world footage, but having just downloaded this mod, the community mod, it's a great opportunity to compare it to what we looked at, or what I flew yesterday with Brad. It's a plane that, if you've been following the channel at all, you've certainly seen. But getting like the proper, full, formal instruction on it and the full sign off was definitely really cool. So we're gonna take a look at the plane, see how close the starting procedure is, see how the plane flies, look at the cruise performance, all that stuff. And we are going to fly to Santa Barbara, which is where we flew last night. First time at Santa Barbara in real life. I cannot believe it took so long to go to Santa Barbara. It was great. It was actually really great. It's not as GA friendly as most airports are in the area, so it did have a little FBO expense to it. But considering a number of factors, if you need to go to Santa Barbara, it was friendly in terms of getting in and out. It just costs money, which may or may not matter. But I think it was like $60 ramp fee. So expensive, but not totally impossible if you need to go to Santa Barbara. Acklands, welcome to the stream. So let's just get into the plane right now. I'm going to hop in and take it kind of methodical on the startup procedure and what we're doing here. We're also going to be on Pilot Edge, of course, for maximum realism. Thank you again to Brad for, frankly, letting me fly the plane and do the radios. So when Brad and I fly, we do try to, like, whoever's PIC, whoever's in the left seat does the thing. He flies in a crew for work far too often. So doing the CRM thing doesn't, is not a novel thing for him to do. So we end up just kind of taking those things. He'll jump in, if I need it, but it's really fun doing both, but it's just fun flying with somebody you enjoy flying with, regardless of how the duties are divvied up. So, all right, let's get the batteries are on, or not on yet, but we need to make sure that the parking brakes are set. I'm not going to get too in the weeds on kind of the quirks of the actual plane, but setting the parking brake is kind of a little bit of a thing. That is set there. So let's get batteries on, and we're going to go. Beacon is on. Looks good. Prop and mixture go full. Throttle is full, and we're going to hit the fuel pump for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then throttle back, and then move that forward just a little bit. And then we're going to hit the prop. Look out! Did I even put the fuel on? No. That'll never start. Look out again! Crap. Did I not? Do I need to prime it again? We'll give it a little prime. 2. That is true. I did. That is right. That is right. I did prime it with the fuel cut off. That's a good point. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it looks good. Throttle back. I have comments on this. There we go. That is awesome. I usually with flight sim planes, it's nice when they mimic the real world starting procedure, but it's a pain in the butt sometimes when you can't get it started. It's like it's a simulator, just start. I don't need maximum immersion on the startup, because if anyone is a real pilot, if everyone's a pilot in real life and has to start real airplanes, they'll know this. Starting airplanes can be a massive pain in the ass, especially if you're hot. So like carbureted engines can be tricky. It's like simulator plane doesn't work. But that was actually pretty good. I screwed that up because I didn't check that the fuel was on. Corrected the error, and it worked as it should. So that's actually pretty cool. And that was something as easy as just like the fuel wasn't on. The rep pack 172, I remember on X-Plane was kind of a pain in the butt. So that looks good. We're going to let that guy warm up a little bit. And while it's doing that, we'll get the weather and see how realistic everything is from here.
Altimeter 294, arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Bravo. John Wayne Airport, ATC information. Bravo. 0253 Zulu. Wind 210 at 5. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 20,000. Temperature 19er. Dew point 7. Altimeter 294. Arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested.
What's up, Dave? Okay, so that's good. Do we hear anybody? Nope. John Wayne Clearance, good evening. Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Information Bravo. Flight following to Santa Barbara. Coastal route northbound 6,500. What are we doing? It's that constant, like, the first
9072 Sierra, John Wayne Clearance after departure. Fly heading 230, maintain VFR below 2,400 till advised. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5102. Stay again, the aircraft type.
On departure, right turn at 230, out of below 2,400. Departure zone 28.1, squawking 5102. Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 9072 Sierra, and we're a Bravo Echo 36 Slang Golf.
720 Sierra, back track.
Okay. So 230. Flying Monkey just twitched a little bit. You know what? Actually, I take that back. We had runway heading and then 230, even though we were given the 220 departure, but it's okay. And then 2400 altitude. There we go. All right. And 20.8. Yeah. Yeah, 6-cylinder, especially the 6-cylinder hot starts. Yeah, good luck.
79 November, advise you have weather for Santa Maria and safe approach.
That's awesome. Indeed.
I didn't quite catch all of that, but my approach request into Santa Maria is the localizer Demi Mac Borsay.
All right, so 11. Oh, we'll get it at 1,000.
2547 November. Just to advise you have weather when you can. It appears you're in a turn to the south. Just confirm you're established on the departure procedure.
Affirmative. I just caught that turn, but I'm heading back on the SID, 79 November.
79 November, Roger. Crosswind Marcus at or above 6,000, cleared localizer back course Alpha, appears to expect runway 30.
Okay, clear on the
All
back
right.
course Alpha approach, and I'll cross San Marcos at or above.
Ryan, yeah, we finally did the high performance complex endorsement, which is really nice. All right, screw that. Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's pretty nice to have it done finally. Like it was.
John Wayne Ground, Cherokee 730.
It was very cool.
Juliet East Ramp, taxi with Bravo.
Flying to Santa Barbara for the first time was also awesome.
Number 7301 Juliet, ready for taxi.
7301 Juliet, John Wayne Ground, staying for Bravo, runway 20 left taxi via Alpha, Hotel Charlie Kilo.
Taxi 0 left, Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo for 7301
182 RG, sweet. Yeah, that's a cool plane. John Wayne Ground, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Information Bravo at Jay's Taxi Tower Run-Up.
9072 Sierra, John Wayne Ground. Go ahead and give you taxi to the run-up. You can just stop to the runway, and you can stop off at Juliet for the run-up. Runway 20 right, taxi Bravo Kilo. Just let me know when you're continuing taxi.
All right, Bravo Kilo 20 right. We'll let you know when we're ready to continue from the run-up. Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Okay, so no power, and just let it roll at 1100. You don't have to touch the power taxiing. It's very weird. There are a couple of really specific things that are extra weird about this plane versus the little trainers. The power management on the ground is one of them. You have 300 horsepower, and it just, you don't have to do as much. It's very weird. In the little planes, you gotta give it some juice. You gotta let it roll. You can kind of bring it idle once you're underway. But this plane is much heavier, but it also has a lot more power. So one, you don't have to go idle, or I should say you can't go idle taxiing, but you also don't need to give it any extra throttle to start taxiing. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, so let's do flight controls. It's good. And then we're going to enrich in the mixture a little bit, just a little bit. And then we're going to go up to 1600. Yeah. 1600, and then we'll check the mags. Right, good. Left, good. Check the prop. That's a little bit more immediate. All right, so it doesn't really spring back to the same RPM setting. So that's a little, cycling the prop feels a little bit weird. The RPMs are jumping all over the place there. Okay, so lean the mixture a little bit and we'll pull back to 1100 RPM. And we got the heading bug set for the departure.
Showing clearance number 1 Sierra Lima.
Go 1100
William
there.
Bravo, IFR to Burbank for the A3.
Center 1 Sierra Lima, John Wayne clearance clear to Burbank Valpo Airport after departure for heading 175. Radar vectors, Still Beach, as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect 6,000, 1 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 3207.
Number 1 Sierra Lima is clear to Burbank on departure heading 175 radar.
Yeah, I'm adding a bunch of new things to the equation here. New plane, new update.
1 Sierra Lima,
But yeah, that was a little bit wonky.
From 710, cross watch route, maintain flight level 290.
John ground, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, continuing to 20 right. Hey, buddy.
20, thank you. Walker 1712, contact.
So no, didn't touch the throttle, just kept it at 1100, and taxi on your merry way. I have not heard that audio in a while. Exclamation point, taxi. Taxi on your merry way, and if I need you, I will contact you.
Vision 5 Mike Whiskey, Los Angeles Center. Thank you.
So you can kind of ride the brakes a little bit.
Vegas approach, good evening. Walker 1712, sending via the Nintendo 1. Information India, North Vegas.
Walker 1712, Las Vegas approach, Las Vegas altimeter 3000, expect visual approach for runway 12 right.
Expect a visual for 12 right, Walker 1712.
Okay, 26.8, 28.1. 28.1. I'm excited to show you guys the 360 footage too. It was pretty cool. The real plane does not idle this high, does it? No, it does. Yeah, 1100. Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it as proper as possible.
John Cherokee 7301 Juliet 20 left at Kilo, ready for IFR.
Okay, so takeoff procedure. We'll try to keep this one as legit as possible as well.
Clear for takeoff. 20 left for November 7301 Juliet.
Oh, there's our friend over there. John Wayne Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, holding short 20 right at Kilo.
9072 Sierra, John Wayne Tower, hold short runway 20 right at Kilo.
Holding short 20 right, Bonanza 72 Sierra. Do we have somebody inbound? Flying Monkey, what's going on here? What's happening?
72 Sierra traffic departing the parallel Cherokee to the south. Confirm the departure heading 230, running 20 right, cliff takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 20 right, departure heading 230, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Okay, so
Juliet, contact for departure.
apparently not. Okay, so
Departure 7301 Juliet.
we're going throttle, manifold pressure up to 1500. 1500, we're going to take the runway.
Approaching runway
Cleared left, cleared right. Mixture full. We got lights coming on.
Right. 5,300
Cow
feet
flaps
remaining.
are open.
So
Prop is
departure,
forward.
Cherokee 7301 Juliet with you.
And then roll on the power from 15.
Cherokee 7301 Juliet, Soka departure, radar contact.
Roll on the power. Okay, there's full power. Airspeed is alive. And it's going to start rotating. Yeah, that's good. Tap the brakes. Positive rate. Gear up. Taxi light off. Props coming back to 2600.
What it do, baby? We up, baby. Best angle of climb.
What's up, Nuke? Thank you very much, Dave. All right, so props back to 2600, 230, and then accelerate to...
2 Sierra, your radar contact. Contact SoCal departure, stay altitude.
SoCal departure, we're climbing through 700 Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Thanks, Dilly. SoCal departure, good evening, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 1000 climbing restricted.
9072 Sierra, SoCal departure, thank you.
Okay, so that is good.
25
2600 RPMs, like dead. 2600 on the frickin' money. That's hilarious.
Everyone's remote.
I don't have my high performance, so it's prop then mixture. Well, prop should be forward. Yeah, prop should be forward when you take off. So when we're, oops, I think I just hit it. On climb out, we're pulling it back off the stops to 2600.
Showing guy number 1 to Lima's Bravo, just near Echo, ready to taxi.
10 Lima, John Wayne ground, runway 20 right, taxi V Bravo Lima.
Bravo Lima 20 right, following number 10 there.
Catalina is so pretty.
72 Sierra, cancel altitude restriction.
Canceling altitude restriction, Bonanza 72 Sierra will go up to 6,500. Yeah, we just keep it at 2,600 until cruise. Yeah, this is just to get it off the stop. And then you don't touch it. Yeah, well the inches are whatever. I mean, it's just full power. Um, 13.6. And then let's get course. Hello. And that's 132. It is so touchy.
1712, turn right, heading 020.
Right to 020, Walker 1712.
Okay, there we go. Dude, it's such an amazing plane. Yeah, it's really unbelievable.
001 Juliet, turn left, heading 100, join Victor 23.
Left heading 00 to Victor 23.
Okay, let's get a little bit.
7301 Juliet.
So far it's so good. It's a little.
72 Sierra, resume navigation.
Navigation, Bonanza 72 Sierra. Flying with Arnold, 35 frickin' months, dude. That's absolutely insane. Thank you so much, Arnold, for the support.
5479 November. 7479 November.
Ban Arnold.
29er.
Yeah, we hit. God, how fast were we going? Ground speed was over 180.
Turn town number 1 to Lima 20 right at Lima.
Yeah, we're so happy that Flying Monkey is alive.
Flying 10 Lima, John Wayne Tower,
Just
runway
fantastic.
20 right, clear for takeoff.
Let's take a 20 right number 1 to Lima.
All right, so keeping an eye on. Let's see what the temps are at.
Walker 1712, roger.
Can I don't want one cylinder. I do have.
Walker 1712, cross Las Vegas Airport at
Oh, cylinder select. There we go.
1500. Cleared visual approach, runway 12 right, and 5 miles from the field contact tower.
Okay, so that is
5,500. We'll enter a right downwind,
not
12 right, 5 miles up contact tower.
right.
Walker 1712.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, those temps were way off. Yeah. Yeah. So we wanted to keep it under 380. So yeah, 170 seems to be fine. Okay, climbing a little fast, 120. And then do we have a fuel flow? All right, we do have fuel flow. Okay. Does it work? Does it work is the other question. It's kind of twitchy, so I'm kind of just thinking I'll play with it once we're at our altitude, which is coming up. That's, oh my God, we were just talking about liquid-cooled aircraft engine last night, and just how freaking stupid that is. They made them for the 414, and like the first thing owners do is just completely rip them out, because that is a really stupid idea. Oh, and some stutters. All right. Looks good. We got autopilot, flight director's coming on, and then we'll do altitude and heading. Okay. Was the Porsche engine Mooney, was that liquid cooled also? Like, how is that possible? That, oh shit. Because at the time, that I'm assuming that was pre-996. So the company famous for air-cooled engines puts a liquid-cooled engine in an airplane?
Las Vegas Tower, good evening. Walker 1712, 5 miles to the south.
It was air-cooled, but it was stupid. It was very stupid.
Right down 1 right, 12 right, information India.
Pretty sure it was 414s.
12, Las Vegas Tower, runway 12 right, clear to land.
12 right, clear to land, Walker 1712.
There's 7 under November, Camp Co, contact Santa Maria
cool.
Tower.
Tower 79 Burr.
There 5, Mike Whiskey to send the comics.
Oh, Rotax, got it. Yeah, Rotax. Yeah.
There 1 Sierra Lima, and when able, turn right, direct Los Angeles.
What's up, Cole?
Right, direct that way, I 1 Sierra Lima.
It was the 3.2 liter from the 993. That's a good engine though.
Santa Maria Tower is
Just not a great application for aviation. Yeah, what's up, Cole? So yeah, it feels good. Like, you know, we did my biannual flight review, which I called my RBF. We were talking about a friend. Julia and I were talking about a friend who has pretty bad RBF. I'm gonna pull this back. So I cruised. I was like, what happens if we go to 24? Because we were cruising at 2,500 RPM, and I was like, what would happen if we cruise at 24? He's like, well, it just kind of like is a little quieter, and you might gain like a gallon per hour. I was like, cool. We're gonna do that. I did that, and it was great. So that is fuel flow 16. Can I get any more out of it? Yeah, it's CHT. Yeah, so there's not like a good. I don't. You know, the Brad's Bonanza has the analog CHT, and so you have like cylinder head temperature, fuel flow, and CHT to kind of gauge when you're properly leaned. I just like this means nothing to me. Like there's actually a little It's very cold. Yeah, there's actually like a little snowflake on the. Oh, SoCal approach Bonanza 9072 Sierra request Bravo clearance for the coastal route.
72 Sierra, contact SoCal approach 134.9er.
34972 Sierra. SoCal approach Bonanza 9072 Sierra 6500 coastal route northbound.
09072 Sierra, SoCal LA altimeter 29905 clear through Los Angeles Bravo airspace. Via the coastal route maintain VFR 6500 while inside Bravo airspace.
Maintain 6500 clear to the Bravo via coastal route northbound Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
SoCal approach, where do you check?
Calling SoCal approach 5x5.
Las Vegas Tower, Walker 1712.
Okay, sorry.
Walker 1712, affirmative, runway 12 and clear to land.
Good land,
Was that the first time really being PIC with constant speed prop? No, it was, God, I have not a lot of hours, but a fair amount of hours in the Bonanza. This was the first time that we really set out to do this properly in terms of like, we're going to do, you know, a complex high performance checkout, more or less. So we've done this a million times, really. Like this is not a lot. Like I don't have a lot of hours PIC, but it's about 15 in the plane. So it was not like starting from scratch. I'm very familiar with the plane and I've flown in it even more than that. So yeah, so I'm thinking, anyway, okay, back to leaning. The CHT has a little snowflake on it, and that's kind of like the optimal spot on the analog gauge. Then you've got the cylinder head temperatures, and then you have the fuel flow to kind of all confirm what you're doing. So fuel flow 16.4 seems to be pretty close. The temperatures are ridiculous, like 155. That's not even close. Now yeah, like that doesn't make any sense.
Vegas Tower, Walker 1712. Looks like our sim's about to crash right on touchdown, but we made it. So have a good night, Walker 1712.
1712, Roger, are you able to taxi to parking, or are you just going to disconnect there?
We'll just disconnect. The same froze, but I think that helped tonight. Appreciate it.
Roger, have a good
I'm asking.
Contact SoCal Bridge 134.9er.
349 and 1
No, I know this is Celsius. I know.
SoCal Bridge number 1 Lima level 67.
My 1 Lima SoCal Bridge LA altimeter 29904.
94.
01 Juliet, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
Checking.
SoCal approach 19.6 for
Checking.
701 Juliet.
372 CR, do you have a destination in mind?
Yeah, we are. Destination is Santa Barbara 9072 Sierra. We do have one in mind, in fact.
SoCal Ops Cherokee 7301 Juliet with you. We'd like to try the
Also with you. Oh, crap.
4.
7301 Juliet.
Cow flaps.
Palomar altimeter 29906. And are you looking for vectors to final or full approach?
Did that do anything?
Vectors to final 5.
No.
7301 Juliet.
01 Juliet, fighting 095, vector ILS, runway
Does
24
the lane
approach.
assist work?
Heading 195 for
I don't know.
ILS 24 approach for 7301 Juliet.
01 Juliet, confirm 0905.
Fly heading 005 for 7301 Juliet.
5 Mike Whiskey, radar contact lost.
So I think number 2 is the hottest.
November,
It's supposed to be at least, but it doesn't. It's definitely not the hottest here. So let's go. Number 1 is appearing to be the hottest here. That's 175. So let's see. Still checking. Still checking. This actually kind of highlights the concept of a high-performance complex plane in checkout.
5479 November, Santa Barbara approach, your radar contacts, altitude.
3,200 for 79 November.
5479 November.
Okay,
Roger,
so it is.
Expect further clearance. 0415, time now 0404.
193 is our limit. Okay, so 193 is what it should be. What's 4 look like? 75. So it's colder, but not a ton.
Requesting a EFR practice approach to Riverside for the localizer on runway 9er.
14 is getting kind of low. Okay, so the Brad, as you guys know, Brad is very funny, but this is really just a POH exercise. Brad definitely has a unique way of instructing, and this looks freaking awesome. Beer Slayer, this is the community mod Bonanza from flightsim.to. So anyway, it is really just fly the plane to the POH. There are land with the gear down and do things with the blue lever. That's it, and like all of that stuff is in the POH. You know, constant continuous power, max continuous power. You know, cruise settings. All that stuff is all in the POH. There's nothing inherently difficult or particular about complex high performance in general. It's really just the individual plane. But yeah, so far this mod is great so far. 90720, leaving Bravo airspace, resume on navigation, contact SoCal approach 134.2. 34.2, ONAV, Bonanza 90720.
Boeing 1 Sierra Lima, contact SoCal approach 134.2.
34.2, number 1 Sierra
Lima. Like, honestly, more of what we talked about was particular to this specific plane than it, and I don't mean like Bonanza, you know, BE-36, literally Brad's plane. So 430, Garmin 275s, the particular autopilot, all that kind of stuff. You know, like what are the different ways you can disconnect the autopilot if you have a runaway autopilot? You know, that kind of stuff. It's be different. Like if you flew in an Arrow, it's a completely different endorsement. And it's not a different endorsement, but the instruction, the actual, like the stuff that's covered is different. It's particular to that plane. Same with the Mooney. Like it's gonna fly a little bit different. The concepts are all the same. They're all relatively straightforward, and they're even pretty straightforward compared to any other plane, a 172 or a PA-28 or whatever. There's just other considerations like cylinder head temperatures when you got a bigger engine. That's not a function of it having. Oh, let me take that back. It's a function of it being a bigger engine, but it's not. I wanted to say it's not a function of having more horsepower. It obviously is a function of having more horsepower, but functionally you're making those adjustments based on the temperatures. It's more like cause and effect. So we have to take care of the cylinder head temperatures because they're more capable of getting hot rather than just because it has more horsepower, if that makes sense. It's exactly what the Club CFI was saying about getting endorsements in our 172. It's not just blue lever and gear. Well, yeah, I mean it's yeah, exactly. And an Arrow is a blue lever and gear. It's compared to an Archer, like it isn't inherently any different. That's obviously not a high performance plane, but it isn't. It's not that much different. You're flying the plane. It's the POH for that plane that you're flying to. It just happens that the 180 horsepower and below trainers are very simplistic and are all kind of managed less, or managed with less input and consideration.
060 to join. 060 to join them 10. 79 November, altitude.
24/7.
3,800.
Yeah, and Marshall, exactly right. Like whatever the reasoning is, temperatures are more of an issue. So if a 180 horsepower plane with fixed gear had cooling considerations, you would want to think about that in that plane as well. It's not a function of it being a high performance complex plane. It's a function of it having heating considerations that you need to think about, or cooling considerations, I should say.
For Delta Tango, turn right, heading 110, join localizer.
Turn right, heading 110, join the localizer for Delta Tango.
79 November, if I understand correctly, you want to divert to San Luis Airport, and what approach are you looking for?
Tango.
Stand by for 7 November.
Only 10 Lima, contact
There
for
it
ring
is,
tower
okay.
118.7.
Cool.
10 Lima.
Should be kind of foggy. Rental power, yeah, exactly. My same engine and something with giant intakes and no cowl flaps won't have cooling issues, even wide open throttle. Yeah. So that's like one usually follows the other. Having a bigger engine usually comes with needing to be concerned about cooling. But it's not part. It's really not a part of the high performance complex curriculum as much as it is just that individual airplane. And there really isn't a curriculum. Like that's the thing. There's no high performance complex curriculum. It's just here's the plane. Here's a plane that happens to have gear that retracts, and constant speed prop. It's kind of interesting. It's really interesting, especially when you're low time private pilot and you're got almost all your hours in something that is in types that are all relatively similar. 172 and a PA-28, hop in it, smash the mixture full. 124.7 Bonanza 9072 Sierra. So they management wise, fuel, cooling, all that stuff is all pretty straightforward. Like your cruise speed is the same as your downwind speed. So there's no you don't really even have to think ahead really. You just it's time to land, power idle, and that's pretty much it. This you're going significantly faster. So you do have to plan ahead a lot more. So there's more things to consider. There's more things going on. There's cooling. There's, like I said, the energy management stuff. But it's less about the fact that it has a lever for the gear. Point Magoo approach, Bonanza 90720, 6,500.
90720, Point Magoo approach, Oxnard altimeter 2994.
94720. So is this the reason why diamond manufacturers went to diesel engines to avoid these settings and expanding everyone to use their planes with one lever? No, that was probably just like a happy little bonus to that. I would imagine. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, diesel engines are efficient. They've got a lot of torque. You know, it's a more torque-rich engine. You know, no spark plugs. It's definitely not. They didn't do that to remove those levers. That's more of a function, and I think that's more electronic than it is anything else with those airplanes. I am pretty sure if you had a non-ECU'd whatever diesel, you would still need to treat it the same.
Roger, contact Chino Tower Riverside Tower for Delta Tango.
Yeah, I would imagine that 90% of that decision is solely based on fuel type.
And that is a pass for the I-3.
Alright, Delta cross runway 15 at Delta, thanks for the I-3 one stop.
Sorry. Gotta text the boss. Oh man, that's really funny. Yeah, so are you watching? Are you in here? Mr. Pilot. No, negative. Negative. Right on. Okay, so right on. Got it. Everything's cool. So I'm pretty sure that we are it's creeping up there. 185. So it's cool for sure. But not whoops. Brad said when you change to fuel, if you didn't do it right, it'll get really quiet really quick.
Air 79 November, which approach did you want in San Luis?
The VOR Alpha approach into San Luis Obispo for 79 November.
The VOR Alpha?
Affirmative.
Air 79 November, cross Morro Bay at 4,000, clear VOR Alpha.
Oh god, that's awesome.
Cross Morro Bay at 4,000.
Awesome.
Expect the VOR Alpha approach, or clear for the VOR Alpha approach, runway 29er. Expect runway 29er, 79 November.
Okay, I'm excited to look at this footage too of this flight. God, it was so pretty. It's so pretty. It's just great. We went to Santa Barbara for pizza. You know, lots of instruction. We did some air work. It's just a really good time. It's really great, and those of you that do this know it's so much more fun to fly with somebody. And really, you know, to qualify that even more, it's really fun to fly with somebody that you like. I know that might sound kind of simple, but you know, we do a lot of flying with people because we have to in the form of CFIs, and it can really be not fun if you don't like that person, or you know, it could be It's more because you have to. This, you know, I'm so lucky to have had and continue to have such great instruction and great friends that give that instruction. God, I mean, I have 4 really good friends that are instructors that I've flown with, you know, and log time with. And that's great. Like it makes it so much better. But just in general, even if we weren't using this as a biannual flight review or an endorsement flight, you know, just flying with a friend is the best. It really is the best. If that friend happens to be a really knowledgeable pilot, that's even better.
Runway 27, clear to land.
27, clear to landing, 4 Delta Tango.
So this is pretty good. What are we doing over the ground? We're slow. We are slow. I had the manifold pressure back a little bit somehow. How the hell did that happen? So let's see if that fixes it. 165, 166. Yeah, what did I didn't think I hit that. It does back itself off. Like the mixture does kind of like change, and manifold pressure the manifold pressure changes with altitude obviously, but yeah, you got to kind of pay attention to everything.
North of east departure with respect to the information village.
168 right now.
You kind of sound like you're talking through a pillow.
So it's moved. It's better now that I fixed the manifold pressure. We're now doing 170 over the ground. So 170, 168. Let's see what's.
Wilcon Tower 118.6. Our Tower Cherokee 7301 Juliet with you 2,600.
Also with you. Do I not have wind? Anyway, yeah, I don't know. 168, 167 true.
Tower, good day. 4 Delta Tango's out.
Yeah, I don't know. Seems a tad on the slow side. But maybe because maybe it just needs a little bit of time to get moving. So we should have been handed off. It's okay. Approach Bonanza 9072 Sierra Information Tango at Santa Barbara 2055. Watch this.
Thank you. Contact Santa Barbara approach 120.55.
2055 Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Yeah, it's different for every plane. Like you're flying to the POH. You know, in the Bonanza, it's positive rate, gear up, lights off, prop back, 20. You know, get it off the stop, 2600, and then you just leave it there until you're in cruise, and then you can either pull it back to 25 or 24, or whatever. But every plane is going to be a little different. Well, the squared thing is like just go full throttle. Like there's no squared. It's just full throttle, and then you hit the. You know, if you want to be in economy cruise or whatever, you know, you can pull back the manifold pressure. Santa Barbara departure, approach Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 6,500 information Tango at Santa Barbara.
9072 Sierra, Santa Barbara approach, Santa Barbara altimeter 2993.
2993 Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Yeah, it's just it's a sound thing. Yeah, it's just a noise. Max continuous power is fine. Like you can, it's really just a, especially with this plane with so much power, you don't need to have the prop full forward, so you can pull it back just so it's a little bit quieter, fly friendly.
301 Juliet, Palomar Tower, I believe I did, but if I didn't, runway 24, you're clear to land.
24 clear to land, 301 Juliet.
I like this livery too. Improvement mod. Bonanza G36 improvement mod.
Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Honor 123 Alpha, it still sounds like you're talking through a pillow, but I can kind of understand you.
Destination ATIS is 1.
Yeah, it's flightsim.to.
Sorry and thank you. Recheck my mic.
All right, we're gonna trim down. We've got some speed to play with here. So we're gonna go down to 1,000 feet. Tower was 19.7. So I will do the basically the same pattern that we did. We did a administrative go around and then a rejected takeoff or a rejected landing go around, which was cool, and then landed it. Yeah, it comes with the mod. Yep. Yeah, and it looks good. Trim. It's hard to really gauge when you have it trimmed out correctly because there's no back pressure. The elevator in this plane is so heavy. Like you really feel the weight of it if you're not trimmed out properly, like crazy. And this just, you do not have that feel at all, which is not great. Because there's not any place to go, Ryan. It's friendly in that they're accommodating to let you land there. You can land there all day long. But there's 2 FBOs, both with ramp fees, and there's nothing on the field. So it's kind of like Burbank, where you're like, okay, cool. Once you're there, now what? Now what do you do? We took the crew car into town for pizza, but it's just, there's not like a transient. There's not a restaurant on the field or anything like that. But it's a great airport. I was telling Brad that it is probably the airport I've flown into the sim the most without having been there. And it felt odd being there because I, haven't landed there, but it felt super familiar, which is cool.
720 contact Santa Barbara Tower 119.7.
19.7 Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
Zero 01 Juliet, taxi to parking via Alpha and Bonanza Crown. That's a correction. Have a wonderful night.
We'll terminate here 3 up tonight. 730.
Yeah, I was reporting 8. Santa Barbara Tower, Bonanza 90720 Sierra. Information Tango inbound. We'd like left closed traffic for runway 15 right for a few laps before full stop.
072 Sierra, correct, 072 Sierra, Santa Barbara Tower, Roger. Report midfield left downwind runway 15 right.
Report midfield left downwind 15 right, Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
379 November, contact San Luis Tower 124.0.
Sorry, Flying Monkey.
4.0,
Sorry, dude. This is driving him up the wall. So midfield is the center line for runway 7, 25 or whatever. Yeah. Yep. I'm wondering why we were on 15 right rather than 15 left. If there's any particular reason for that. If you're in here, Dave, would be curious. Curious your thoughts on that.
Downwind, runway 29, report the circle.
There is a reason.
Downwind for 29er, and did you call a reporting point?
Is the left?
79 November, affirmative, report the circle.
Do they use the left side for taxiing, for the big things?
Report the circle for 79 November.
They have the answers all nice. Santa Barbara Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, midfield left downwind 15 left, or excuse me, 15 right.
72 Sierra, runway 15 right, clear for the option.
Cleared option 15 right, and confirm we'd like left closed traffic for 15 right, Bonanza 72 Sierra.
72 Sierra, make left traffic.
Left traffic 15 right, 72 Sierra. ADF says 15 left is daylight hours only. Gears coming down. All right, let's see if I can maneuver this thing a little bit here. So there we have, we'll get it down to 12 inches. That's handy to see there. Where is the runway? There it is, okay. Coming down. Okay, so administrative go around, partial power go around. We'll initiate it now. So power is coming up to 25 inches. 25 inches right there.
Short final runway 15 left.
Okay, positive rate.
Header 123 Alpha, we can try. Go ahead.
Positive rate.
Okay, sorry to take up your time.
Let it climb up. Good. Gears coming up.
Parking at north of terminal.
And flaps are coming in. Cowl flaps. Whoops, shit. What was that? Cowl flaps.
Sir, 123 Alpha, you're still coming in really muffled, but you said you want a taxi for departure. I didn't catch the departure direction of flight.
God, that's so weird, Brad. This looks.
Cessna 170.
That's so crazy.
What's the direction of flight?
So administrative go around is what we were calling a go around that's not an emergency. So it's just a like you know, something's on the runway or
runway
spacing or
No installing departure frequency 120.55.
you know, we're not necessarily rejecting a landing. We're choosing to go around. I guess is the
72 Sierra runway 15 right, clear for the option.
15 right, cleared option, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. So now we will do a high power go around. Look at that, 136 though, Brad. At well, it crept down a little bit at 25. So that's exactly. So we're gonna get the gears coming down. Nitron, trim. That's pretty good. I am losing a lot of feel on this. It's a lot harder to feel this out. Where's the frickin' runway? There it is. Okay. Up to flat, usable up to 153. Okay.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
All right, so there's 10 inches. So I think I got right to here. We're going much faster here, but all right, so something creeps out onto the runway. Go full power. That's much better. So, okay, positive rate, gears coming up. And then trim nose down, trim nose down, trim nose down, trim nose down.
November 120 Alpha.
I'm looking at the actual pitch on that one, Brad, which
123 Alpha,
this is much better.
Say your location.
North of terminal.
Apparently learning occurred.
So 123 Alpha, runway 25, taxi via Bravo Alpha.
Sweet.
Golf.
November
God
120
damn.
Alpha, runway 25.
God damn.
Bravo Alpha Golf.
The sight picture. Santa Barbara Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. We're going to be full stop, 15 right on this one.
72 Sierra runway 15 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 15 right, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Dude, that's crazy how good that looks. Oh, man. I have this, like, exact picture right there. It's so freaking weird. All right, gear down. Let that thing creep up 200 feet. Sweet. Yeah, it's just crazy that it looks exactly... I mean, it's it. That's it. All the buildings, everything, 100%. 100%. All right, I'm going to try to not overshoot this one here. I think I was on a little bit high. Of course, I started 250 feet high. And look at that. Left of center. Look at that. My John Wayne landing was much better. This landing I felt was great. Brad, Brad is gonna, yeah. Brad has very high standards. I felt like my Santa Barbara landing was perfectly fine. It just was left of center. The John Wayne landing was much better.
Approaching runway 33 right.
But yeah, it feels really good to touch that thing down. Santa Barbara Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, holding short of 33 right. We are taxiing to Atlantic.
72 Sierra, taxi to Atlantic via Lima Bravo, cross runway 15 left at Lima, monitor ground, have a great night.
Lima Bravo, cross 15 left at Lima, monitor ground on the other side, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, thanks.
Then Barbara Tower.
Entered runway 33
God, that
right.
looks so great.
4,100 feet remaining.
For departure.
Hilarious, Hawks.
Sky 123 Alpha, Santa Barbara Tower.
Now I've only done signature in the sim, so this is going to be weird. I have never been over here in the sim. I have no idea what it looks like. Very tall golden retriever who loves airplanes. All right, that's going to be as charitable as I get, I think. And here we go. Let's look at what this looks like. Yeah, creepy. This is creepy.
Then Barbara Tower, November.
This is really creepy.
November 123 Alpha, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
That's freaking weird,
Runway
dude.
25, clear for takeoff. November 123 Alpha.
Derek said it can't unsee Ryan Seacrest. Now, dude, I've been told that so many times. I don't know. I may have a picture with him. I'd have to check. But I did meet him before. Yeah. Anyway, that's really freaking weird that this looks exactly like it. Good job, Orbix. Holy crap. All right. So now we're going to go to... It really is pretty. We're going to get the lights coming off. Avionics off. And then mixture's coming back. Cool. Yeah, I was like, is it gonna keep going? That is really cool. That's really well done. I like this livery. I'm fine with that. We don't need full immersion with the 72 Sierra livery, but I bet you we could probably get this thing updated with it also, maybe. Yeah, that's weird, man. For having never been on this corner of the airport and then seeing this, that's pretty wild. That's really wild. All right. Let's check out the footage. We didn't record. Part of me wishes that we had, looking back on it. Audio, I should say. We didn't record audio. I do, yeah. I have for the other plane, for the other version of the plane, I do have 72 Sierra. It's pretty cool. So yeah, like we kind of decided ahead of time that we were not going to record the audio. Probably would have been okay, but it does actually help me to not have to worry about that. want this to be low, 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 because it's going to be loud. I don't want it to be totally quiet, but... So we'll just have commentary. Look at these cuties. Look at these cuties. So we are taxiing to the runway. God, it was such a pretty night. Do we get yeah, I think we were pretty much ready to roll. So spinning up to 1500 yeah, exactly. Spinning up to 1500 RPM, mixture full rich. Cleared left, cleared right. God, this camera is so pimp. So pimp. And then just start rolling it on, rolling it on, rolling it on. Get a little sound in there. See, still rolling on the power, still rolling on the power. You got timed out, PW. Gears up. Lights off. See you later, Diamond. So there's the prop coming in. It's actually kind of a cool...
Let it do what it do, baby.
It's actually a pretty cool view
Best
of
angle of climb.
how stuff happens. So, full power. Power is set. Positive rate. Gears up. Search for the gear. Turn off the wrong light. Pull the props back. Thank you, Brad. You've never seen somebody so in tune with a machine as Brad is with this plane. He's like, you're holding too much back pressure. It's like,
Looking really good though. Trip.
What the f***, Brad? You bastard up.
But look at this. Look at this evening, though. Good God. So a lot of, like I said in the sim flight, a lot of what we went over. Remember that I only have a couple hundred hours in it. You've seen me in an XL. That's probably the plane I'm most comfortable in. Yeah, you are definitely. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess the only difference is the XL. Like, there's different XLs. And different XLs that are flown by different people intermittently. So I feel like there's probably that you're more in tune with this plane in any given state than you are with even the XLs that you might have more time in, if that's fair. Just because there's a little bit more variables in between those things. But yeah, this camera's effing crazy, dude. It's so good. Catalina is so clear. Yeah, but I have almost 700 hours in one XL tail number. Yikes. Yeah, that might be where I end my entire flying career at. No, I'm gonna have more hours than that. No, Brad and I are gonna be jet buddies. So this is going to be it. I'm going to retire from frame play, Brad, and this is going to be our life going to San Jose. just doing this. This is gonna be us. What was that? Oh yeah. Yeah, you know, sometimes like Brad is yeah, and I was just gonna say, like, I didn't understand what you were saying. I just was like, what? If you would have been like, okay, I want you to go direct Wilma on the GPS. Like, I wasn't even that, like, I wasn't thinking about the autopilot at all. I wasn't thinking about GPS. I wasn't thinking about net. I was just like, just Brad going like, I am in like half turn mode all the time. Oh, this is so good. Fuck, man. We should have had audio. This would have been so funny. But pretty sure that we probably said things that I'm glad we didn't have audio for. So we were talking a lot about the systems in this particular plane. That's really, like, the instruction was for this plane. Now this is not actually true, but if we were in a slant uniform, slant alpha, we'll say slant alpha. We were in a slant alpha aero, like I could instruct Brad in that plane, in that particular plane, because it's closer to what I'm used to. That's obviously not the case. He knows more than I do, even in that plane. But just like, I'm used to flying Piper PA-28s, so if all the systems were the same, but it just had an extra couple of levers, you know, there would not have been really anything else to instruct. The majority of the stuff that we talked about in this plane was specific to this plane. Excuse me. And that's indicative of the type of endorsement that this is. You know, if this does not mean that I can now go fly a Mooney Ovation. Like, just here you go. I couldn't just hop into Marshall's plane and go take off. You know, you got to look at the POH. What does it say? What are the power settings? What are the climb out settings? What does it want you to do? All that kind of crap. I mean, it does. The principles are the same. The numbers are different. Yeah, well, the numbers are different, but my point was that the majority of what you were telling me to do was specific to this exact plane. Like, checking the fuel, checking the engine temperatures. See, he's like, checking the fuel flow right now. So we're leaning it out per the fuel flow, like where that is, and like where the light buttons are, and how, what to use on the GPS. Like, I am not used to setting a heading bug because the plane that I primarily fly doesn't have a heading bug. So like, part of what Brad kept poking me on was set the heading bug. I don't like that. Has nothing to do with complex or high performance plane, but that was part of what we were talking about. So part of what makes a plane, or they're not mutually exclusive, but the majority of planes that are high performance complex have more things going on with them that the little trainers don't. So you can be led to believe that there's really more to it than just the levers. I can't wait to show the air work. It's funny. This is so great. I love watching this. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Inverted Chaos, welcome. We're in the new Microsoft Flight Simulator Bonanza mod. That's when I said, what happens if we go to 24? You can hear that, right? Oops. Yeah, I guess that's not too loud, huh? There it goes. Okay, now the fun stuff. Fun stuff. Let's do this guy. And Brad, if you want to, if you have anything to add or say, feel free to hop on voice too. God, that is so pretty. This mounting solution is freaking great too. Like, it is maybe yeah, I think this is perfect. I was gonna say maybe if you pulled back a little bit to see the entire panel, it's gonna crowd our heads. This is fantastic though. All right, so here's our clearing turns. It is so pretty. Yeah, so we did a few steep turns. Wait till you see Brad's steep turn. But we did some steep turns, and you know, I, on top of having not done those in a while, I also have never I don't think we've ever done steep turns in this thing. So I had to get my bearings, and the first one wasn't great. The second one, I kind of nailed it more. But like, but with me, did I? Yeah, maybe I did. Over Dana Point. You're right. But I don't think it was like a hold your altitude full steep turn. I think it was just like, okay, go left really hard, go right really hard. Yeah, so it is like the actual inputs. I'm like, the trainers, you need to do a lot more. In this thing, you don't really need to do anything with the elevator. Like, it's pretty much just bank it steeper if you're kind of rising. If you're sinking a little bit, take out a little bit of the angle. So I'm trying to do angle and back pressure like you would in a in a little 172. Red's like, stay back. So it was a lot of just like feeling out where the plane is at. The second one was much better. I think we go right into the left one. No. We're both working so hard right now. both of our brains are working over like, we need pizza, we need pizza, we need pizza, we need pizza. I'm like, okay, hold altitude, hold altitude. He's like, make this guy figure this out, make this guy figure this out. That's really, really freaking pretty. Look at how much smoother that one is. That's crazy. It's still not like super steep, but altitude wise, you can see altitude is just stuck there. It's not moving up and down on the horizon a whole lot. See, I'm kind of correcting with aileron there, correcting with bank angle. Dude, we were both like, oh my god, I'm so hungry. Like, you don't have to do much. Like, look at how much less I'm moving the control surfaces. Like, there's just, like, I was sawing at it at first. That's actually really interesting to see. And then back the other way to redo the one to the right. That's really cool. Did I take away learning?
A good pilot is always learning.
Look, not much, just kind of, I'm trimming a little bit. Yeah, just kind of working the ailerons a little bit. And look at how steady that is. Dude, that's pretty awesome. Just cutting right along the horizon there. That is cool. Okay, now, Brad, I want to do this again. I want to do this so bad. The ailerons and rudders are connected, yeah. Brad, I want you to teach me this so bad. That was so much fun. Look at my face. It does help a lot, yeah. Oh my god. Well, look at what he does though. What's a good view? Straight out to see how. Like I'm gonna zoom in, so this takes away the dramatic nature of the bank. So here's zoomed in. Whoa. Like, that is freaking crazy. But look at how, like, he's not moving the yoke at all. What's holding back pressure? Yeah, that was 60, yeah. But I mean, like 2G, I haven't felt that G in a long time. I'm almost positive that we've done that before. But dude, Brad, that was so funny. Oh, it was so good. So good. All right, so this was we just did some energy management, slow stuff. Yeah, not bad at all. I mean, I know we're cute and all, but this is what I really want to look at. Wow. Sorry, Brad. I'm gonna crop you out of this. That's cool. All right, we're descending now, I believe, right? Yeah. Oh, no, we're turning back. Okay. Got it. I see what we're doing. Now we're coming back in. That looks even prettier. Bink. All right, so the first one is the partial power, the administrative go-around. I just saw your message in Discord. God, sky looks really pretty. All right. So this one, I kept the pitch attitude too high up. Which we can talk about that, which is kind of a cool debrief thing. Probably doing 170 over the ground. I don't think we're that fast, but yeah. There she is. Gear is down. 3 green. Lights on. I did chicken out. I admitted to chickening out. I admitted to chickening out. I will own that. We have a lot of fun together, Brad. We do some fun stuff. All right, administrative go around. Flaps are full. Trim, 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 trim. Okay, administrative go around is like, go around. There we go. There's the go around. Power is set. Positive rate. Nice and smooth. Flaps up. Cow flaps open. Why would leave the gear up for so long? Do you remember, Brad? Just like getting, maybe it was just because we were like walking through everything kind of slow. Hey, man. Ooh, that's a pretty sick shot right there too. It's true, Raul. That's my motto. That is really, really pretty. Okay, so we're clean here. Probably doing 136. Oh, no. Load up that 5K footage. All right, so now this is the rejected takeoff. So Brad, let me pick my go around point. So there's the gear down, 3 green. Trim and trim and trim and trim and trim. Trim, trim. It always looks weird in this fisheye lens. Like, I'm looking straight ahead right there, but it looks like I'm not looking at anything. It's kind of weird. So I wanted to get this thing like I was really landing it. Really landing it. Don't like it. Get out of here. So power all the way up. I gave it too much power. You can hear that surge. You can watch me just shove the power in. Yep, too fast. Flaps up. Positive rate. Gears up. Kept the nose lower. Kept up more speed. Much better. And that looks super pretty. What a place to do friggin' pattern work, man. Good lord. Okay, so here's Brad. Brad's got it. I don't know why it's so funny to me, like watching us talk without hearing what we're saying. It looks really funny to me. Like we're just going for it. Freaking cool airport. Brad keeps his approach much tighter. very John Wayne-esque with the freeway. Inverted Chaos, this is Santa Barbara. Yeah, it's freaking beautiful. First time coming in here, and I do want to go back. You just got to have a particular reason, I think, to go here. For at least for the way that I fly. Okay, so now Brad goes full power, just much smoother. Now, like, you can see just how much more progressive he takes the power. And then trimming it out, gear up. Flaps are up. Yeah, so that's when so we looked at, like full power, like full RPM go around, and this plane just doesn't need it. You get 200 feet per minute and you have to move an extra thing. So the argument on that one is that this plane has enough power, that unless you're hot and heavy, you're not going to need that extra step. So in a go around, just keep it simple. When you're turning base, I can't see the runway. How do you manage that? If you're in a high wing, you can lean in front of the A pillar. You can dip it a little bit, but that is one of the downsides of a high wing, if that's the situation that you're in. This obviously, the wing drops away, so you can see everything. So all right, here is full stop. So here's the landing. Going to be off center to the left, but the touchdown pretty okay with. Gears down. Setting power. And Brad, would you say that it was I flared too long? That's right. I think the main was close to the line. Yeah, God, this camera is incredible. Couple feet left with the right main. Okay. Yes. Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, it's just you can't ask for a more perfect evening. All right, let's see Brad. Let's go to Brad Cam as I'm landing his airplane. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. You better not fuck it up. I'm not gonna fuck it up. Yeah, but don't. I won't. Do it. Okay. Here we go. Brad is actually very, very confident in me, which is awesome. He gives me plenty of shit, but you can tell like where his confidence is. Like he's just walking through it. Doesn't even faze him. We've done some pretty. I mean, we've done some stuff together, so it's really, really nice. You know, knowing that he does have the confidence in me to do that. It's pretty cool. Gotta have trust. One might say we've seen some shit. We have indeed we have seen some shit. We have been through some things together. We have been through some things together, and we will go through many more things together, I'm sure. But that was good. Like, work has been very stressful in the last like couple of months. So when it finally dawned on me that I was due for my biannual flight review, I had asked Brad. I was like, "Hey, can we do that? That'd be kind of nice." It was like a big weight off my shoulders to just have that scheduled in. What does he keep pointing at the top of the panel? Probably the manifold pressure. Manifold pressure or RPM would be my guess. RPM, yeah. It's also like, I was like, Brett, I have no idea where I'm going here too, by the way. You got to tell me. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. It's pretty fun. So yeah, like it was like a big weight off my shoulders to have this flight review done. And it was extra cool to be able to also get the high performance complex stuff thing done. I don't have any particular necessity for that. There's no if you want to see where the trust ends, look at my right hand. Yeah, no kidding. They I'm not trying to rent or buy a high performance plane at the moment, but it's just super cool to have that. That I don't want to necessarily say rush, but the feeling of being able, being endorsed for something new is very cool. I don't take it lightly, but at the same time, it was pretty straightforward in a plane that I've been in a bunch and familiar with, so that helped too. I'm not having to learn from scratch where things are necessarily, but yeah, super cool. So there's me telling you not to touch my effing throttle on the ground. It's a big engine. It's a big friggin' engine. I need to get it and rack up some HP hours before I ask my insurance company to insure me. Yeah. It's a big old engine. You got to take care of it. It's not a 172. Yeah. I don't know if you can really tell the similarities between this and the Orbix, but it's a A36 Cal. But yeah, I mean that's just exactly. That is so cool. The fence, yeah, they did a really good job on this airport. So, all right, well, my brain is fully fried for a while, and I appreciate everybody for hanging out tonight in the stream. Thank you, of course, to Brad. This is like making me want to get pizza right now, thinking about us parking and going getting pizza. But yeah, this was last night, and super fun. It was so great.